Kidmissing TV. Oh my gosh. I made a video last night, but I decided to change it up because I have more information. I make one this morning. What a night. Lynn Hansen, who you'll remember was on Kidmissing Radio about the case of Delta Dawn, who has been identified, as we all know, contacted me last night with the most amazing news ever. The boy in the box, America's unknown child, is unknown no more. Police have learned his name and they have obtained his birth certificate. The lady who was doing the forensic genealogy told me she wouldn't give up. I actually talked to her, and she didn't. She succeeded. He is apparently related to a prominent family in the area. That is all we know. Next week, they will be holding a press conference with the announcement of his name. Now, I was contacted by Jason Nark of the Philadelphia Inquirer, and he wishes to interview me. Holy crap, guys. That's a big newspaper. That is unbelievably crazy. The only thing that would make this better is if my mother were here. But I know she knows it all in heaven, so. And I kind of feel like she helped. We also have another solved case that just happened. If you recall, on Kidmissing Radio and on Kidmissing TV, we shared the case of Melissa Highsmith, who was a baby kidnapped by a babysitter. Well, she has been found through DNA testing. In fact, her adoptive mother had no idea she had been kidnapped. She said, I didn't watch the news or anything at the time, and this lady, I guess she knew the lady, said that the mother couldn't take care of her and gave it to her for $500, and my husband and I were looking to add a daughter to our son, and she adopted her to us after receiving $500 from the mother. This is what the kidnapper told her. And the kidnapper said the father was from Japan and had gone home. None of this was true. And it wasn't until a long time later that the mother saw a picture of Melissa and said, oh my God, that's my baby girl. She called her daughter, and her daughter said, I know, DNA just came back. Buckle up, Mom. This is going to be big news. Because the case was such big news, she knew. And she was right. They're saying that the statute of limitations on kidnapping in that state, which I believe is Texas, it's Texas, it's 20 years, so the person will never be tried if she's alive. Except for one small problem with that. And that is that kidnapping is a federal crime that, like murder, has no statute of limitations. So she can, in fact, be tried federally. So, like I said, if alive. So Melissa will be reunited with her family. Um, I knew they put their DNA in a while ago. And I think Melissa had just done it. I'm calling her Melissa, but that's not her name now. Nice to know she was adopted by a loving adoptive family who wanted a daughter. And it's just unfortunate that they were innocent victims in all of this as well. And we need to remember that. That family were innocent victims in this case, as much as Melissa was, because they had no idea. They might not even have been in the same state. They probably weren't. So I'm just gobsmacked that 2 of my cases are solved and that I'm being interviewed by the Philadelphia Inquirer regarding the boy in the box. I also told them that they need to talk to Jim. I am going to text Jim and let him know about the interview. I gave the gentleman my telephone number. I figured that would be easier than trying to interview me over Facebook Messenger. So, but I am absolutely honored. He actually got in touch with my friend, my very best friend, Dawn Tarvert Brooks, who is my fellow admin over there. Is helping me run the page. So he must have come across her admin before mine. I don't know, ABC order, I guess, because her last name is Brooks. And he contacted her, and she directed him to me, and he contacted me. So I'm so beyond honored. But I had to tell you guys, oh my gosh. I was so excited when I found out. I don't know why they're making us wait till next week, but it's okay. And I wasn't the only one who posted it on our page, evidently. So I am excited. Jim asked me to text him as soon as I got the name because he's going to be teaching. In fact, last night I tried to call him. And I figured it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon where he is, because it was like 7 o'clock or so where I am. And he's on the West Coast. But he was teaching a GED class, so he was still actually at work. So he texted me. I am so happy. So happy. Like I said, I feel like my mother played a part in this from heaven, especially knowing how sad I was. And I asked for prayers for my friend Diane. She fell and broke her shoulder. I will be going shopping later, and you can see my haul over on Punky's World. Oh, jeez, tripping over my thing. To get some things for my special day for my mom, and for my special day for my uncle. So I have 2 things coming up. Actually, I have 3 things coming up, but I already have what I need to make the fudge. Excuse me, for Saturday, which we will do tomorrow. Well, I won't film that because I already filmed me making it once for the other channel. But please check out the other channel. I will be talking about all of this on the other channel as well because I'm just so happy. But before I do that, I'm going to take my medication. I am, holy cow, I'm never speechless, but it's crazy. It's crazy to think that this little channel made, and the podcasts made such a difference for both cases. Yahoo! And I'm so glad that Bill Fleischer is still here to see it. I'm sorry Tom Augustine isn't, and some of the others that worked so hard. Um, but they all know now. They're all holding that little boy in heaven. All his dads were in Bristow. Um, like I said, Tom Augustine. I'm trying to think of all their names, and there's too many of them. The very first officer on the scene, can't think of his name. Um, they were all his dads, and um, they're all holding that little boy in heaven. Oh, he knows that even though he was treated so horribly in life, in death he is loved. That's such a sad statement, isn't it? But we love you, little guy, and I can't wait to find out his name. Um, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for making this possible. For all your views, your subscribes, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I can't wait to be able to announce the Seattle Jane Doe, the Vintage Park Jane Doe's name, and I know it's coming. Just like we did with the Christmas tree lady, Marilyn Myers. I know her name is coming as well. So yeah. And by the way, the Melissa Highsmith case has brought renewed focus on the Fort Worth trio. And a $50,000 donation to the case of the Fort Worth trio. So that's wonderful news. That's how I found out that Melissa had been found. Let's do an article about that because it mentioned Melissa Highsmith, and I said, "What?" Click. Holy mackerel! So yeah, it's been an amazing night and day. I will see you Saturday for our updates video. But that video is already made, so I figured I would make this video as sort of a bonus updates video. So yeah, let's make this the most watched video. Actually, let's make the one where I announce his name the most watched video. Oh my gosh. When I get to say those words, I'm going to cry. I am going to cry. Just so you know. And by the way, in the Melissa Highsmith case, Melissa holds no ill will toward her kidnapper, which is amazing. Again, I realize that's not her name, but I didn't see her name anywhere. In the article. And she looks like what you would expect Melissa to look like as a woman in her 50s. You definitely see that she was that baby. So, those are the two dramatic updates I have for you today. There was no way I was waiting until January updates. And like I said, December is already in the can. I will edit that today so that it's all set to go up Saturday. Wow. Just wow. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I know I'll be flying through mine. God bless you, and bye bye.